Hi guys, I'm James. Welcome back to my channel where I document what's occurring and what I'm up to here on my little allotment in Northamptonshire in the UK. Right now I'm in my polytunnel, which I said before really needs sorting out because it's been battered by loads of storms over the winter. So a lot of it is just, it's disintegrating and it's being stuck together with a sellotape. So I've started clearing it out and tidying it up a little bit, and I also ordered today a new cover for it. It's just the same cover, but I mean it's lasted a couple years, so until I think of a better way of doing it, I've just ordered the same sort of cover. So it's a 2 by 2 by 3 meter polytunnel, so I've ordered that and that should arrive on Wednesday. So that's going to be a task and a half. But at least I've made a start in here. I've started tidying it up a bit. It's not as bad as it was. But my main task first is, so the seating area that I was putting together in my previous video, well, I've just laid some black plastic down so far. So my first task is I want to get that covered with some bark. I've grabbed 3 bags of 100 litres of bark. So heavy. 3 bags of 100 litres of bark. 3 bags of peat-free multi-purpose compost, a couple bags of gravel for around the pond, and something else which I'm very excited about. Right, so 3 massive 100 litre bags of this Westland landscape bark just from B&M. I think it was like £10.59, £10.49 for a bag. So it came to like 30 quid-ish for the bark. So I'm going to cut it open and spread it that way first, because obviously I've got that bed to put there, so I don't want to cover that just yet. So I'll spread it this way first. And these bags are so heavy. So thank God I got that new wheelbarrow, because that would have not been possible. I always like the smell of the bark though. There we go. 2 big bags opened. I just literally cut the bags across the top completely open, but I will reuse them. I use the bags for like lining beds and stuff. This is all right for now. So I've left some space around the edges, and especially over here. That's because obviously, like I said, I'm going to continue that raspberry trellis along here. I'm leaving this bit open so that I can access it. And then the bed is going to go around here somewhere. So I think what I need to do first is get the bed sorted so that I can put the bed in there. And then that will tell me how far in I need to end the little walkway and where I need to put those raspberry canes. But pretty happy with that so far. So I've got the bed where I think I'm going to have it, and on most of the other beds, to be fair, I've cut the bottom out, but on this one I'm not, just because obviously I'm going to have raspberries along the side of it and they will come up everywhere. So I'm going to leave it lined and just fill it with compost and plant into it. So I've got this ground sheet that was already pre-cut from something, I don't know what I've used it from before, but I'm just lining the sides of it just to help preserve it a bit. You can use any sort of plastic stuff. Usually I'll use old bags, like the old landscape bark bags. Usually I would use them, but I just had this to hand, so I'm just going to use this. So all I'm doing is literally, so this is something you really need to get if you have an allotment, a staple gun. You can get them pretty cheap, but I mean, they just kind of break. So I got like middle of the range one, and it's so good. I use it for everything. So yeah, it's definitely something to invest in. So yep, I'm literally just stapling along the sides, basically, just to help protect it. The edges I would usually cut back a bit, but I figure it's just going to add an extra layer of protection from all the raspberry canes that are going to all come up. If you didn't have liner under it, you could just lay some cardboard down, basically just gets rid of the weeds, stops them being able to germinate and come up. And then you'd usually do like a couple inches of just like garden waste, like composty stuff you're making yourself, like leaves, certain like stems of twigs and all that sort of thing. Let that go the bottom couple inches, and then you can put like some proper compost on top, or if you've got your own compost, use that. I've basically sort of had a collection of bags just filled with bits of old plants and old compost and leaves and twigs and everything. So I've put that in first because that's just full of good nutrients and it will just continue to break down. And then I'm just going to top it up with some all-purpose compost. Why would it come out? I don't think it's cut. There we go, it helps if it's actually opened. And I'm just gonna put some manure on it as well, just so it can have a chance to break down. I'm not gonna use a whole bag, it doesn't need a whole bag. That'll do. So that's that bed done. I think I'm probably gonna do like salad leaves, lettuce leaves, things like that in it, just so, because that's gonna be the seating area, so then you can just sit there and pick your own salad. That's the plan. Looks better already. So this is my vision. Work in progress, but pretty happy with it. Okay, right, so got 3 of these big canes, which I've used for the rest of the raspberry fence. I got from B&M, and they're the ones that I've used for the dahlias down the bottom and also the raspberries along here. So they're pretty good, pretty sturdy. So I'm just going to get them in, basically. There we go. So I think what I'm going to do is some sort of trellis like that one along there. Now I'm debating whether or not I actually do the raspberries along there, because they grow out quite bushy and I don't want them going over there too much, because that's the like everyone's access way. So we shall see about that. But I'm definitely going to grow something nice up it. Maybe some sweet peas, or maybe just some peas. And then a trellis along there as well with something growing up here, and then like salad stuff in there. And then I might do raspberries along that back bit, possibly. Where's the scissors? How do I put them down and immediately lose them? Oh, here they are. Let's move these out of the way. And then, so, gravel this black plastic bit. I've got wildflowers that grow all through there, so might just put a couple of little handfuls to blend it in with the gravel that we've already got. Just make it look a bit nicer, but then bark the bit where all the wildflowers are. That's what I'm thinking. But for now, I'll just gravel the black plastic bits. I'm definitely going to need more gravel than this. This does not seem enough. Definitely going to need some more, but that looks better already, I think. Okay, that's me for today, guys. Hi guys, it's Sunday today. Day after everything I filmed yesterday, basically. I've been to B&M and I grabbed some English bluebells, which I think I'm going to put in the orchard so that they can spread and just look like nice magical woodland vibes is what I want to go for in here. So I'm going to chuck them in quick. I'm not going to be ages up here anyway, just a couple jobs I want to do. Put these in and maybe uncover the strawberries, because all the other plots around here have uncovered their strawberries. But then I have heard it might be frosty and snowy again next week, so I guess we're just in full spring and waiting for second winter. So we shall see, but I can always just come up and cover them up if it gets really frosty again, so I'll just get these planted first. I'm going to put them under this tree here so that they can spread, is what I'm planning. And then hopefully if they do nice under this tree, I can pull some up and put them under the other trees. I was debating whether to do it in the grass, but I don't think I want to do it all in the grass. I did go to B&M looking for crocuses, because I think they'd look all right throughout the grass. But they were all fried and completely dried up, so didn't go for that, which is why I've gone for the English bluebells instead. And these are really super dry as well. They're basically straw. So I've got some actual compost here, which I'm going to put in with them and then give them a good water afterwards. Yeah, look, see how dry they are? Gonna give them a good soak. I'm pretty sure this might be wild garlic. Not completely wild, because I literally bought wild garlic to put in here, but it kind of looks like it, which is unusual because last year it looked like it had completely given up the ghost and just completely died, but I think that might be. Let me know in the comments. Sweet. Oh, nice. Just gonna grab some water. This is another job I need to get done as well. The guttering on the shack is sort of bending in like that, so where it should come down and go into the water butts, it's kind of not doing that. It's kind of just going straight into this bucket here, which is why I assembled this netting. Basically it's just the sort of netting that you use for keeping like carrot fly out of your brassicas and stuff. It's just some of that, because it's quite thick, stapled with my staple gun, which I love, to a bit of wood, and then it stops all of the horrible like leaves and all that stuff turning the water gross. Sorted. Now I'm going to uncover the strawberry bed and see what it's like under here. I've pegged it all down. Actually, it's not too bad. There's a lot of dead leaves in there, which is to be expected. And I need to properly take the time to check, because I've got it with all the black netting over as well. So I need to check what's coming through the netting and what isn't. But at least they're uncovered for now, so they can get some sunlight and some water. Annoyingly though, these were alpine strawberries, which are my favourite. Tiny, tiny little like berry size ones. I think it might be a bit dead. We'll see. We'll see as the spring goes along if there's any green coming up, but it might have had it. However, I'm pretty sure, I mean, I should really start labelling things better, but I'm pretty sure these 2 troughs are also alpine strawberries, which they look like they've survived, thank God. Yeah, it's that time of year where it doesn't really look like there's that much going on, and to be fair, there isn't. Early spring, things are only just emerging, but I quite like that time of year. Seeing all the little buds coming up on the fruit trees and the blossom, like the plum blossom starting to come out. I just love it. Because then I just start thinking about everything that's going to be, like when the flowers are blooming and all the strawberries are out and the pumpkins are growing, and oh, I just love it. So it just gets me all excited for the year. So yeah, again, love to hear what you guys are doing on your allotments or in your gardens and share ideas and stuff. So yeah, thank you for watching. Vroom vroom. That was so hard.